Hello everyone. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. This is my first official video and it will be kind of an intro. So just kind of getting to know me. Jonathan here will be my assistant. So he'll be asking me questions and I have no idea what these questions are, but we will give it a go. Okay. What's your question?
All right. First off, who would you define as Nikita Combs?
Like, that's a hard question. I would think of myself as an educator, lifelong learner, advocate, mental health professional, someone that's very given and kind, someone with a bit of a temper, someone that is very driven, very motivated. Yeah.
So, what do people misunderstand about you the most?
I think maybe my personality. I can come off a little strong sometimes, and I have good intentions, but not everyone can handle how direct I can be. That's a good question.
Thank you. So, what do you love about yourself the most?
I'd say my big, kind heart. I'm really happy that I'm not selfish and I can get joy from other people's joy, and I don't feel like I'm living for myself alone. So I like that a lot.
Okay. So, you being a Jamaican, what is the best part about being Jamaican?
Everything. I actually feel bad for people who are not Jamaican because it's more than nationality. Like it's a lifestyle. It's everything. Like the culture is really rich. We have a lot of pride in where we're from. We're raised that way. Just everything about it is just legit. So.
No, I would say Jamaicans are very prideful. I won't give you all that. Okay, so if you could go back in time, what year would you travel to?
Oh, I would go to probably 2010, and that was like the peak of my college track career, and lots of good memories, lots of growth. That was a fun year.
So, if you were an animal, which one would you want to be and why?
So, like you can see, I'm a lion. I would like to be a lion because they're like very majestic, but also super aggressive, territorial, strong. They represent a lot of what's within my personality. They're go-getters, they're providers. Yeah.
So you spoke about, you being an educator, lifelong learner, pretty much wanting to impact lives.
Yeah.
So with that being said, what propels that vision?
I think I like the opportunities I've been given and where I'm at in my life. Was influenced by educators, and I want to keep that going. And I think we all should strive to be lifelong learners. Like there's no one that, like if you think you know everything, you know nothing. So that's why it's so important to me to continue to learn. And then things change over time, so it's important to, when you know better, you do better. So something that you might know to be true today might be not true tomorrow when you gain more knowledge. So hence lifelong learner. It's a continuous process, and there's no end to it. You just keep going.
So, Okay, so you spoke about, having a lot of influences pretty much coming up. So who would you say is your hero? Was
Oh. So, if you know me personally, you probably know the answer to this. And my hero passed away this year, and I would say that's Kobe Bryant. That's who I got this tattoo for. It's a black mamba. His energy, his drive, his motivation, just his way of giving everything 100%. That's definitely the mentality that I have and that I practice, and I honor his legacy by continuing to do so. So, yeah.
So would you change anything about yourself, if anything?
What would I change about myself? Well, I wouldn't say change, but I'm gonna call it like areas that could use some improvement. My attitude and my temper has not always been on my side, per se. So that could use some work, for sure.
What is something that you'll like to see less of in society and more of?
Definitely less of would have to be, racism, prejudice, discrimination, police brutality. I definitely say that. And then more of, I think I want to see more people helping other people. And I mean, like, not because you struggle, you have to let the person that's coming behind you struggle. So as you're growing and learning, and maybe you made a mistake or something bad happened, you can use that to teach the next person so they don't have to go through the same thing. And I think too often we see people that will say like, well, I broke my back to get here, so you need to do the same to get here. And it's like, that defeats the whole purpose. Like if you're ahead and you know better, then I think we should have a duty to help those that's coming after us so that they don't have to, like, why would you want someone else to suffer? So definitely that.
So with that being said, what recommendation you would give for people to kind of adapt that quality, how to practice it? What is something
I'd probably say small acts of kindness goes a long way. So for some of us, that comes very naturally, right? So we're very giving, we're very nurturing, we have that kind of a personality that we always want to help. But for those that it doesn't, you just have to be very intentional about it. Even if you're gonna say like, this week I want to do 2 nice things for a stranger, or 1 month, like no matter how small it is, and soon it will become somewhat of like a habit, right? And maybe the favor will be returned to you.
Okay. All right, and last
question. Okay.
What's most important to you in your life?
Oh, that's a tough one. What's the most important thing in my life right now? At this very moment, I think I will say my health. So my physical health. As some of you might know, I was in the hospital for pulmonary embolism, so I have clots in my lungs. I'm currently healing, taking medicine, so I can't be too active or can't get a cut because I'll just bleed to death. We don't want that. So definitely my physical health and also my mental health. I didn't realize the seriousness of what happened to me. So now that I'm out of the hospital, it's slowly coming and processing. So there's a lot of emotions there. And of course the two impact each other. So at this very moment, I would say, other than like the people I love and those that love me, I would say my health.
Okay.
Yeah, those are good questions.
Thank you. All right, well,
Thanks
people,
for
we made it.
watching. If there are any other questions that you guys might have that I didn't answer or you didn't ask me, feel free to comment and I'll get to them. But thanks for subscribing, and as I do more of these, I'll get better at it. But I'm excited for this journey. So,
all right, people, share with someone. If you want to do your small act of kindness, start with this.
right?
Share it out.
Bye.